Alright, guys, I'm bored and I want to talk about my toys. So, you've got I think there's a 2007 Honda Ruckus with the GY6 150cc, and it's got the 171cc big bore kit on it. It's been lowered, stretched. It's got I don't know if this is a 12 by 7 or a 12 by 8 rear. Still has the drum brakes in the back, but it does have the disc conversion up front. Um, Powder coated this, tons of work into it. NCY rear shock, NCY front forks. I've got the Reckless Customs billet handlebars. I don't care if they're a copy. They're a lot cheaper than the original. I don't know if those are composite mode, probably not. But Vapor Trail Tech Speedo. I did have a engine temp sensor on the plug, but it is malfunctioning at the moment. There's still a few more pieces that I want to do to this bike, as far as like a Lusso nut buster frame brace that goes from the center of the rear frame all the way up to the inside of the top of the battery box where your buttons usually go right there. That's why those have not been covered up. I still need to get me like a billet key guard, whatever that is. A couple more things I wanted to do to it other than that. I want to get a new exhaust. I hate the slip exhaust. I've been putting a fucking hole in it ever since I had it with my left turns, no matter how high I've raised this up, because this was a lot lower, guys. I put stock height, front forks. I went with the tall 265 millimeter shock in the back, and even scooted it in one on the Mojo Customs stretch kit. Oof, I gotta get that repowder coated. But I'll probably get all that powder coated, this Morpho blue or the black chrome too. But yeah, guys, that is the Ruckus. This is the Yamaha C3. You're all looking at the ass end of them. I do have a lot more plans for this, as far as maybe like a Zuma 125 or 150. I can't remember which one it is. Front forks, which will give me the disc conversion for this, because it's drum front and back. I do plan on stretching this out like 20 centimeters, which is like 8.5, 9 inches for the wheel to scoot back. And you can put fatty sets up on this, fatty setup on these, because the stretch kits that you buy for them are made for skinny and fat applications in the back. I do want to do a different exhaust for this, and I'm not really liking that air box, but I still have to get the seat frame welded for that, to drop that seat, and I've hopefully got to try to make some plastic fairings to go under that seat, just to kind of hide all the wiring. And I've got that's my tail light for the moment, which is the original one. It's just stuffed up under the back, but I do plan on making a tail light for right here to clean that up a little bit. Probably go with some drag bars, and I was hoping to get rid of this ugly bucket style headlight and do something more low profile, like I did on the Grom with the that was a Rough Country 6-inch single row LED light bar. Do something like that on the seat there. I think it would clean it up a lot better, especially with that big front flat end. The Honda Grom, not much I'm going to do to this other than upgrade the brake lines, and probably eventually get me a rear handbrake set up with the dual caliper for the back. Other than that, guys, I don't really see me doing too much to this. Maybe get a more aggressive seat, like cheeky seats or something, maybe a cover for it. And then we've got the infamous H4 that I've been working on for the last few months. Put the Ruckus to the side to focus more on this. I do plan on going with slicks on this and on the C3. I don't really like the knobby tires. I think it's got a slick on the back, but it's got a knobby up front. Plan on going all slicks on these guys. Did get me a new tag plate for that, even though I can't register it in my name because I fucked up the title, and I got to get me an affidavit. But eventually plan on getting this painted, since we've got two different blues going on for the front headlight fairings, like a navy, and this is like just a blue, blue. I don't know, but this project is coming together a lot faster and a lot better than I thought it would if this thing was painted, guys, you would be fucking astounded at the way it looks. But I think you look cool as hell sitting on it. I drove it around the promenade yesterday and was looking at myself in the glass panes as I was driving by. Man, this thing right here is way fucking cooler than any Ruckus I've ever seen. And when it actually gets done, and I don't have the kind of time and money some people have to throw into bikes. Like, I do all this shit on a budget, guys. You know, these are just toys that I like fooling around with. I like tinkering with stuff and keeping my hands busy. But this thing is going to be fucking sweet. Fuck any Met Ruck out there. This is the Honda H4, guys. It's going to be a Metro, Bite, Ruckus, and a Grom. It's going to have little bits and pieces of all of them tied into one. As you know, it's a Metro front end, a Bite rear end. This is a Metro engine. It's the GET, you know, but it's got the Ruckus swing arm, Ruckus wheels, Ruckus triple tree, and it's going to have a couple of Grom pieces on it as far as like a front fender, and I'm going to try to add some more of the Grom features in there, but we'll see what we can do. You know, maybe I might be able to use like a Grom tail light or something for the back piece. I wanted to make the tail light kind of really slim and hopefully not any wider than this mount plate back here, which would be a good spot for it, but we'll see what we can do. It just looks way too wide for that, but you guys will figure it out eventually. And yeah, this is my projects. I also got the little Motovox mini bike. I've got a Honda GX390 I'm trying to throw on it, but I think it's way too big for this frame, guys. Just for comfort and for, I mean, nothing about this is safe, so I can't say safety reasons, but yeah, I think I'm going to go back down to like a Predator 212 or a Tillotson 212 or something like that, or a Tillotson 222. I think this is 222 that they make for it. But yeah, I've heard the Tillotsons are a little bit better and more, I mean, the Tillotson and the Predator are both have pretty good amount of aftermarket parts you can buy for them, but I've just heard a lot better recommendations coming from the Tillotson. And we cannot forget about the Suzuki Boulevard, guys. This was the first bike I really tore completely down to the ground and rebuilt myself, me and my dad. Because obviously I can't muscle that big fucking engine around. Even though it's an 805cc, it still weighs a fucking lot. It weighs like, it's got to weigh 150 pounds plus, and moving that around with, just by yourself is fucking terrible. But, I still got to get some more exhaust for this, because I gave the exhaust, the MGOs, with the Kawasaki Vulcan I'm selling to my cousin. He likes them, so that's all that matters, I guess. I'm just going to get me some new exhaust. I didn't really like them anyways. But, yeah, guys, hope y'all have a good night. And, yeah, it's just a fucking mess. A fun mess.